Hello and welcome to Ecoholics. Today in this video, we are going to talk about a macroeconomics term which is very common these days, and you must have also felt the brunt of this term. So let's begin. The term is shrinkflation. So in today's video, we are going to understand what is shrinkflation and why do we have to study it. So first, let's understand what is shrinkflation. Now here, this type of inflation is actually made of two words, shrink and of course inflation. So here we are talking about something that is shrinking and there is definitely inflation. This terminology is always used when the businesses use a certain sneaky tactic of reducing the quantity of the commodity by only packaging or by doing something in that product and reducing its quantity but putting the same price on it. So meaning that you are paying the same price for a less commodity, for a lesser product, and that's what is shrinkflation. But why do we study this? So let's understand that as well. Like I told you all that whenever businesses reduce the quantity and keep the price same as before, then this becomes shrinkflation. And why do businesses do it? Probably because as an impact of inflation, the costs might have increased at the business's end. And because there is a hidden level of inflation, you might not even find a drastic change. Because price is same, you will not find a great difference. You'll be like, okay, fine, I was paying 50 rupees for this product earlier also, this time also. But something looks different. Now, what is that difference? It is the lesser product that commodity has. So, it's a kind of a sneaky way in which businesses deal with it. Also, businesses keep their profit margins higher, and to keep their costs lower or shrunk, they do this activity. Usually while the businesses expand and businesses deal with business cycle and inflationary trends, they need to keep their profit margins still high. But raising the price will not be an option, because then the products will be expensive for the people and people might not buy them. So what to do then? Let's keep a certain lesser product in the same packaging and do not change the price. That's the easiest way. Now you have had these type of products every time, because these are common to the food industry, the food and the beverage industry. So shrinkflation effect you will obviously commonly see over here, because if a certain food is packed, let's say there's a bag of chips. Earlier in 10 rupees, you could have a good bag of chips. And now in the same 10 rupees on the same packet, you get lesser chips and you feel a little weird, but then it's your same chips, so you don't mind. And you don't even realize that you are eating lesser of the product at the same price that you were eating before, which was much more than this one. So which is why this happens to have a effect on food and beverage industry. It can happen to anything like cereal or snacks or beverages, okay, or drinks or something like that. So this can happen to any type of product in the food and beverage industry, whether it is snacks or cereal or drinks or any type of cakes or chips or different types of food items that you might have purchased earlier. Now you're getting it lesser at the same price. So you find it as a sneaky way of reducing the impact of inflation on the businesses. And this is what is shrinkflation. I'll get you more such interesting economic terms. Till then, stay tuned to Ecoholics.